Okay, so hear me out.
The conventional is still a really good secondary for mechanic. But before we talk about that, let's go over its stats. First of all, the conventional has a plus 25% clip size, making the pistol have 15 ammo, along with the 20% faster firing speed. These stats make it seem pretty powerful, but we haven't gone over the negatives. It's 25% less accurate, making it have more spread, and a 20% damage penalty, which is pretty noticeable. Now, if you played TC2 in 2020, you would know that these stats are the complete opposite of what it used to be. Before, it was just flat out broken, and now, it's not even close to what it was before. But that's enough talk about the past. Now let me show you how I think you should use it. I find the conventional to be a secondary primary. Allow me to elaborate. It performs best at close to mid-range, and performs worst at long range. Just like the shotgun. So there's really no reason to use the conventional when you have your shotgun. But the conventional shines when you use one of these three primaries. The Widowmaker, the Rescue Ranger, and the Frontier Justice. Let's begin with the most aggressive primary, the Widowmaker. If you're using the Widowmaker, it's very likely that you'll be up in the front line. So when you run out of metal getting your buildings down, or if you just can't aim, like me, the conventional would work great as a secondary damage tool since it would do considerably more DPS from close range than the pistol. And it could be used for quick kills due to that faster fire rate, like in these clips for example. That's it with the Widowmaker. Now let's go over the Rescue Ranger. The thing with the Rescue Ranger is that it sacrifices your primary source of self-defense to keep your buildings alive. Some people would use a stock pistol to use it as a replacement to defend themselves, and this is why I think the conventional has potential. It's a close-range pistol, so if you have someone up in your face, you can stand a fighting chance by backing up and shooting them down while taking advantage of that firing speed and clip size. My team! But you do have to be careful and choose your fights, because that tiny pistol likely won't do anything to these till you're at full health. When you're running the Rescue Ranger, you should usually be with your team so you can support them, and they can support you. With the Frontier Justice, you'll likely be focusing on getting kills with your sentries so you get those sweet crits, and the conventional can actually help with that. Remember the 20% damage penalty we talked about earlier? Well, we can use that to our advantage to use some pistol support damage for our sentry, so the sentry can secure the kill without you accidentally stealing it, which I tend to do a lot, and that firing speed could really maximize the damage between you and your sentry so the enemy can't flee in time. You can also use the conventional when you don't want to waste crits, for example, a flanker that's being an annoyance. I really like using the PDQ so I could get a level 1 sentry down as quick as possible to get kills with it. Now I may be wrong at some points, and I'll probably be proven wrong in the comments, and everything I just said about the conventional could probably be applied to the pistol. I just wanted to say that the conventional may not be as good as it once was, but you should still give it a try.
Wait, what about Flanker? He can use the conventional too!